Hey YouTube, this is VidHead85 here, and I want to talk a little bit about something. I recently heard about the shooting in Colorado, and I have to say that really brings to light a lot of the debate about gun control. And as with Trayvon Martin and the whole stand your ground laws, America has a gun culture, period. There's just no doubt about that. And in Missouri, you can, if you're discriminated against because you're a gun owner, you have more rights than a person who is LGBT. And there are, especially the Bible Belt, as they call it, there's, things like gun shows and all this other stuff. And there many times there may be an accident that claims the life of a person, but also even bigger, there are people who go out with guns and go on a shooting rampage, like in Colorado. There was a crowded theater, threw a gas bomb, and then shot people as they fled. And there was a senator who said, it's because of the attack on religious freedom, and then went on to say that if there was a concealed weapons law, then they would have been able to subdue him. However, Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks brought up an interesting point. How are you going to know where the shooter really is if there's a gas bomb in there and people are fleeing in 10 different directions? Yeah, unless you have like Superman vision or something, you're not going to find the real shooter. And then what happens when the cops show up there when there's 4 or 5 shooters and they can't tell who? Obviously it'll take months and months to send the guns back to ballistics and clear whoever wasn't wasn't the shooter. But wouldn't the ensuing chaos strike a few other people who were running away from this as well? So again, that senator is an idiot. I wouldn't be so surprised if he were from Texas. I don't know, just the whole just blatant idiocy of the statement that he had, of a statement. I can put a link to that. So, gun control, I feel, living in the hood, for lack of a better term, it's easier to get a gun than it is to get vegetables at the corner store. I mean, I would be surprised if there were any fruits and veggies at the corner store, because there isn't. You pay for the convenience. But again, getting a gun is entirely too easy. And there are some gun shops where you go through the permit deal and everything like that. But there's so many illegal guns out here that it's almost hard. Well, it is pretty difficult to keep track of them. And, a lot of the NRA and Second Amendment guardians of freedom, if you will, say that you can't control guns because guns don't kill people, people kill people. Well, you know what, just like a mouse, all you need to do is point and click to do something. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't know of a the only thing I can really think about is, though, just having to crack down on these illegal guns here, and finding solutions to make sure that guns don't end up in the wrong hands. But I mean, I don't know what gun regulations are in New York State, but I don't believe that there's I don't, at least here, see as large a gun culture. But out in the sticks, they probably have them all around the place. I really don't like guns. I'd rather use a sword and fillet somebody, but sometimes, that's what you need. And I don't know, like, I just really am at an impasse on gun control laws. Like, I do believe that they need to be regulated, legal and illegal. Well, illegal ones should just be toss them and dump them and melt them into steel or something, you know, and use it somewhere. But as far as the legal part of that, you know, there are gun owners who are, you know, doing everything by the book, you know, but and they oppose any and all gun regulations, period, to crack down on illegal guns because they believe that their right to bear arms will be encroached on. I don't see that happening anytime soon, especially with the kinds of legislatures that are in power right now, along with many of the Republican governors. So, what are your thoughts on gun control? What are some? I know that different countries have different laws on the books regarding their gun control. Some of them do not allow the populace to have guns at all. And while I think that that's an interesting little thing, I don't like the idea of that because the founding fathers knew that a tyrannical government could just come and overrun the people without a fight. So that's the main hang-up I have about like getting rid of all the guns. But then again, like what would we replace them with is the question for me. So rate, comment, subscribe. Have a great day, YouTube.